Pixels.cool.
Welcome to you. This is the 6th explainer in this beginning 3D series. To follow along with this explainer, you'll need a copy of Kenney Shape, which can be downloaded here and costs less than $5 at the time of recording. In this explainer, we'll load a Space Invader image and turn it into a 3D object we can then use in another 3D program, for example, Unity or Unreal. I've opened Kenney Shape. As a reminder, if you find the drawing grid looks too small for your screen, click on the Burger menu, Configuration, and set the UI scale to 2. To load an image to trace into 3D, go to the Burger menu and click Load Image. I have this Space Invader image ready to bring in. You can download it from the website and of course use an image of your choice. Note Kenney Shape only supports low-resolution PNG images, which have a .png file extension. There are loads of PNG image sites online, including these. Be sure to check any licensing restrictions before using other people's images. If your PNG image is too large for Kenney Shape, you'll get a warning saying your image is too big. You can resize images using online tools like this one. Let's start building our 3D Invader. Think of the Draw tool here as a manual pixel-by-pixel drawing method. I'll select a colour from the palette on the right and literally start drawing over my Space Invader. At any point I can switch to the depth view to see the 3D version taking shape. The next tool along is the Line tool. This helps speed up the tracing process by letting me draw a horizontal or vertical line without accidentally filling in other pixels. If you do make mistakes, click with your right mouse button to remove individual pixels. Next on the Tools panel is the Fill tool. I'll click on an area I haven't yet worked with, and all connected pixels are filled with the current colour. With the Space Invader, this will be the quickest way to complete this tracing task. Switching back to depth view, our invader's looking good, though flat, as each pixel is a uniform 1 unit deep. As we saw in the previous explainer, we can switch to model view and extrude this out. And this may be all we need to do if we're going to 3D print this model for a keyring, for example. To turn this model into a more complex 3D shape, we can now start amending the depth of individual pixels. For example, I'll select a depth of 3 and draw around the eyes. There we go, Grandpa Invader. A few top tips for you now as you build your knowledge of Kenney Shape. You don't need to work with just 3D pixels. On the left here we have a shapes palette that will help us sculpt more complex shapes and edges. If you think you need a rotated version of any one of these shapes, roll your middle mouse button and you'll find each shape is rotated in 90-degree increments. Really useful. Second, you can colour your models directly in this software. You can load a different new palette from another image by clicking the palette icon. Finally, when you start to create your own models from scratch, here are 2 helpful notes. I'll start a new model and select a 32 by 32 grid. First, notice you start with a standard rainbow palette to work with. Secondly, the mirror tools are your friend. I'll turn on the horizontal mirror. Now when I start drawing, whatever I draw is mirrored as though I'm drawing in the sky and it's being reflected in the sea. I can also turn on vertical mirror. As you can see, there are also a few remaining icons we haven't looked at in these introductory explainers, and at this point it's over to you to practice. Remember to export your model by clicking Export. For now, you might like to export the Space Invader as an OBJ file. That's it for our intro to Kenney Shape. In the next explainer in this series, we'll create a brand new project in Unity and import the models we've created in both Kenney Shape and Tinkercad.
Pixels.cool